What you're welcome to the barber shop. You're welcome to the barber shop. Barbershop Podcast, episode number 229, broadcasting. I'm still calling it broadcasting because that's what we're doing, damn it. We're broadcasting live, streaming, if you will, worldwide in high definition and high fidelity from the city of Hamilton, Ontario, from Boxo Studio in the shadow of the great Hamilton Mountain in the city of Hamilton, Ontario, the blast furnace of live original music. We show it up every Wednesday on Twitch TV, where you can catch us live streaming as we're doing right now. A little past 9 p.m. on the 10th of May this year, 2017. And Ryan Cannon, I want to say once again, welcome back to the show. And it's a pleasure for us to get together and have these joyous moments of music, mirth, and merriment every Wednesday. How are you doing, brother?
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's so much fun, you know, for you. I know, crawling around the floor with the wires and the lights and the whatnot and the gloivin. It's always so much fun. I definitely have a big smile on the end of the show. But not so much at the beginning sometimes. But a great wrap-up tonight. We had some busy video. You were shooting some video this week, so we had to reconfigure the studio. And you and Gary did a fantastic job, of course, being worth all the work. Tonight's guest being one of those treats. Ryan and I were at their CD release party at Club Absinthe on the weekend previous. And we're treated to a great show with our pals Slow Motions. And who were the other fellas in there?
The Good Goddams.
The Good Goddams.
I can't remember the other.
Anyway, I have a noise-canceling headphones on, so I can't hear anyone who's not on microphone anyway. The Boxo Studio is where you're going to hear it, where you're going to see it, and Barbershop Podcast is what you're going to hear and what you're going to see. Tonight's guest is none other than Quarter in the Bag. They are a great rock and roll outfit playing that good boogie-woogie rock and roll. Not really boogie-woogie rock and roll, but it is rock and roll in the truest sense of the word. Quarter in the Bag being one of those great rock and roll names, being, of course, your double entendre, meaning, of course, 7 grams of marijuana or some marijuana derivative or perhaps some other narcotic in a sack, or 25% of the way to full intoxication. Either way, a great preamble for the kind of buzz you want to create when you are launching a rock and roll outfit such as this. Fantastic show. Congratulations, guys. Great CD. Thanks for coming out. How's everyone doing?
Great. Thanks for coming out.
Good.
Fantastic. Appreciate the support.
Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what we do here. You know, it's like, as I've said before, I've been in the business a long time, knew a lot of people, but my Rolodex ran out, you know, after a year. And so it's just constantly people who I didn't necessarily have the pleasure of knowing before, or meeting before. And music is just so good every week. There's truly such a depth and breadth of music in this city. It's fantastic. And of course, you are a strong part of that heritage, and we are more than happy to do our part because you definitely add to the whole tapestry. That's the thing. Music being the thing that kind of ties us together. Hamilton being a music city. Tell us your musical stories. Start with Rob Honey, guitar, vocalist, schlongwriter. You've got some years behind you in music. Where did it all start for you?
Good question. I used to love Fred Penner when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Who didn't? Who's a millennial. Growing up, and I saw that guitar. My dad used to play Chuck Berry and whatnot, and I used to run around just playing air guitar. Then I was introduced, obviously, to the Beatles and the Metallica and AC/DC, and it made me want to pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
And I was privileged enough to go to Avalon Music Academy, and I had Mike Treblecock from the Killjoys.
You're smart enough to mention your guitar teacher.
Yeah,
You're not going to catch the wrath of
sorry, Mike,
not
I love
mentioning.
you. I love you. Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But so essentially I picked up the guitar around the age of 12 or 13, and I haven't looked back. And
were you writing as a kid, or was it just playing and jamming out?
More just playing, and then I wanted more, so I started working on my voice, and that's when, you know, just simple chord progressions kicked in, and I wouldn't sing in front of anybody, and then the confidence grew, and here I am live on your podcast right now.
Well, like they say, when you believe you can sing, and not just when you think you can sing, or you believe you can sing, but when you believe in yourself and your voice, and you sing in your own voice, a door opens. You know, it's a little turning of the key. Adam Platsko, drummer. You play other instruments. What's your story with your history in music, your start in music?
So I started off playing guitar when I was like 8 or 9 years old. My dad wanted me to play, and I took lessons for about 6 months, and I just really didn't like it. And I think it was about my 12th birthday, I told my dad I wanted to play the drums. So for my birthday, they told me it was my birthday, my Christmas present, I got a pair of drums. And I was lucky enough to have Jack Peddler as a drum teacher for about 2 years. He'd come over every Tuesday night, I think, for a meal and a little smoke, and we'd get a lesson going. It was awesome. Yeah,
he is the king, that's for sure. Probably everyone's favorite drummer, everyone's most respected drummer, and he's taught us a lot of great drummers in this town, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, it's for sure.
For sure, it's true. Okay, and Troy Mosley, what is your rock and roll history? What is your story, your genesis?
Genesis. I definitely grew up in a very rock and roll heavy household kind of thing. My parents' favorite bands being like Boston and, you know, the Beatles and Zeppelin, that kind of thing for sure. So I have luckily inherited their record collection, and I kind of spin those guys at home whenever I can, right? And you find some cool gems in there, like oddballs too, like Doug and the Slugs, and you know, like weird, like, you know, the Diodes and all these kind of older ones, right? And I love it all, love all that shit. As for the guitar, I just kind of picked it up one day, and I kind of taught myself, and I didn't really like playing songs. I would more like to write kind of, this sounds cool, I'm going to tie this together with this and this and this kind of thing. So that's kind of how I got going anyway.
Well, I love the sound that you've kind of created together. So you played in other bands. Tell us just quickly about, you know, how you guys got together, and maybe if there's some little mention of who you were with before you got together. And it's usually at a show where you've played together and you're like, if this guy's ever available, I'm going to give him a call, sort of thing. Or there's an out and out just stealing someone from another band. I don't know what kind of happened to get you guys together.
I'll let Adam answer that.
It's kind of a funny story. I think me and Troy were in Dead End Sessions with Nate Waldez and Jeff Benning, and we kind of went through a rough recording, and we're kind of taking a break, and we were talking about hanging it up, and we decided we're going to call it quits as a band. And at the same time, I was looking just like on Kijiji and local ads looking for people to start something, and Rob was looking for something. So me and him got together, and there's supposed to be another guy playing bass, actually, but he didn't show up, which kind of worked out really well, because I had Troy in the back pocket here, already playing with him probably for like 8 or 9 years at the time. So I mentioned him to Rob, and
you're no dummy, because if you can get a combo bass or drummer that they're already super comfortable with each other, that's the way to go, right?
Oh yeah, and you know, I think after the first jam, it fit like a glove. Our rhythm kind of just fell into place real quick. You know, I will add to that story. So I did make a posting, and the funny thing is I ended up going to his house, and we had played a show a couple months prior to this, and I didn't put a face to the band when I saw Adam Platsko, and so I arrive at his door, and I go, oh, I know you.
Dude, yeah.
And then another story, I know his sister from growing up, an old childhood friend, so it was just a small world.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, you said, what songs do you know? What songs do you know? You played a couple covers, you liked it, and did you just say, I've got songs, this is how they go? You'd already had, or you started writing material together once you were together?
We did covers.
We did a couple covers, and I think, did you play, was it Expensive Trade
in
maybe?
Radio 2.
Yeah, you played a couple of his original songs, and when he played Expensive Trade, I was like, that's the riff. That's the song. I want to base a band around, like something like that.
Yeah. And you're really great melodic bass player. Must be fun for you to be able to kind of kick in with, and a 3-piece, because
for
in
sure.
a 3-piece it is tons of room where you're gonna need it, right?
Yeah, I love it. These guys are great for, like, I'll come in with, like, you know, a riff or something, and like they could build a song off of it like nothing. You know what I mean? It's an awesome environment to jam in.
The dynamics
you know what I mean?
have changed from day one, obviously. Troy and I and Platsko, we talk on a daily basis, and this guy will send me a riff, I'll send him a riff, and we'll do our homework, and then by the time we jam it out on acoustics before we jam with him, we kind of have a little bit of a foundation, and this guy can literally take it to a different level, whether it's, when I say to a different level, and I could really
bring it
back and change the dynamics completely.
Absolutely.
And, I would say the creative process is all three of us, and it has been since, I would say, the second jam.
Well, you know what they say, no pictures, it didn't happen, so we're gonna find out. You know, it's not just all chatter. Live music is what we love, it's what we do. What's the first one you're gonna do for us tonight?
We're gonna do Underdog. It's the first track on our debut EP.
All right, anything we need to know about this song?
I'd let just the person listen to the lyrics, and they can interpret it for themselves.
Love it.
It's
okay.
rock and roll.
Rock and roll is true. You're going to hear it right here, right now on barbershoppodcast.com.
I've won this battle before in another lifetime, in another lifetime. You know what I mean? Let's see what you got, let's see what you got. You're all I want, yeah. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. You're all I got. Nazis in a can, they're bombing our plans every night, every night. So we don't understand the difference from wrong and right, the difference from wrong and right. And we never will. Let's see what you got, let's see what you got. Show what I want, yeah. Let's see what you got, let's see what you got. Go what I want.
All right, there's your quarter in the bag on Barbershop Podcast. You're going to check out their new CD, fresh off the presses, as they say. Go check them out. Where can people purchase hard copy, because you got to have some hard copy there. You know, CDs are still awesome. A big fat wave file sounds so good on a real stereo. Where are they getting it?
You could definitely get it in person from one of us for sure.
Track them down.
Yeah, exactly. But I think these guys have them on all of the things, right? What are the
on all the things?
All the digital distribution.
Okay, dummy it down a little bit there.
You know what
Dummy
I
it
mean?
down.
The things online, like, you know what I mean? You know, the stuff,
Layman's terms, please.
Exactly.
iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all that stuff.
Put it in
Bandcamp.
the computer question machine, quarter in the bag band, Hamilton, Ontario music.
Yeah.
You know, and find it. Are you on SoundCloud, or can they?
Just Bandcamp. That's
Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Bandcamp is
Bandcamp.
good, and that's as far as like one of the better sites where you get to actually get a chunk of your money, because some of these you won't believe how much they take from the artist, right? Yeah. It's like you don't have much of a leg to stand on, but it's great CD, and we're going to hear some of it later on. So talk about the making of the CD. Did it go easily? Was it a smooth process?
Yeah, it definitely was. We had pretty much all the material already written prior to going in the studio, and had an idea of the BPMs. People don't know it, beat per minutes, and the song structures down. We met a friend, who we consider a friend now, Jordan Vianney, from Candy Face, who reached out to us and said that he would like to record us, and the timing was right. And we went through the process of doing demos, and then went to B-Town Sound. And I don't know if Adam wants to talk about his experience of doing that and the drums.
Yeah, we went to B-Town. It was really awesome. Mickey Ellsworth and Jordan set us up there, and we did a full day at B-Town with the drums, and they came out sounding really nice and big.
Yeah. And you were pretty confident in how tight you were at this point in time. You worked the material over, and you were feeling it was.
Yeah, I think
good.
we've been playing about a year together at the time when we decided
that's the magic.
Go in. We didn't want to rush through it, because we kind of learned that from past experience, that you kind of want to take your time and find the right people to do it with and have everything ready.
Yeah. And about a year of playing together and playing gigs and working, and it's just something
we definitely
magic.
knew it was time.
Did anything like get produced in the studio? Anything magic happen? Anything get born in the studio, or you just kind of came in and did the songs you'd been working out?
You know, some of the intros have feedback.
Yeah.
We do that
Happy
live.
accidents.
But, yeah, we do that live accidentally sometimes, because of my big muff here. It really screams. But no, other than that, I think we really went in. We sat on the demos for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe harmonies and stuff like that. Kind of. That was
kind of
really
things,
like Radio 2, kind of like the chorus. Kind
Yeah,
of cool,
and the freedom to play a little bit, like outside the box. The stuff you can't do live because you're constrained. But again, having a good live show, having the sound be a true representation of what you guys do. Again, impressed with what I saw with your CD release. We're going to play track off the CD. This one's called Mushroom Slap. Great name. Anything you care to share about this one?
Yeah, I don't know.
slap of the bass.
Yeah, it's like just kind of like a slap bass kind of song.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have a name for it. The lyrics are in no relation to the song title.
Yeah.
And I kind of pitched it one day jokingly, and then I decided we really should name it that, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. I don't know. So yeah, I'm happy it stayed, and yeah.
I'm happy it stayed too. Mushroom Slap right here, right now. BarbershopPodcast.com.
Ordinary day
There you go. Mushroom slap. Mushroom, quarter in the bag. You know, put 2 and 2 together. Get yourself some music. Have some fun. These boys are good timers, I tell you. And we're all about good times here at Boxo Studio. And you know what good times lead to? Tax season. See? That was just as smooth as it gets. No, but seriously, it is time to get your taxes done because it was like due last month. And I know you're going to get around to it. And you probably don't even owe taxes, and maybe you do. But you got to get it done, and you got to get it done right. And we got someone who does it. They do our books. They do our taxes. The price is like fantastic. The service is even better. Fully updated on all scheduling and all. Well, she's legal. Let's put it that way, okay? Much better than the shysters in the mall, in the booth, who charge you too much and do too little. Heather over at Taxes Done Right has helped so many of us, and she can help you too. And mention that you heard about her from Kev, and she'll probably throw you a little extra bonus or discount or a kiss on the cheek. You never know. Taxes Done Right. Check them out. I certainly did, and I'm happy about it. All right. Quarter in the bag. They're here, and they're kicking ass. The rock and roll thing, did you find that you had to learn a lot of shit, like differently? Like, okay, I've got a vision of what I want to do with the band that's kind of different than what I've done before. I kind of expected that there's things that other people are going to do that, holy shit, I'm going to have to figure out how to do this myself. That I am now my promoter, my publicist. I am now my logistic planner, and there's so much stuff involved in the music. What have you kind of had to pick up, and what's been part of a new game for you, like doing this project?
Just really staying on social media.
Yeah.
You gotta engage people, and you gotta be consistent about it. Otherwise,
you can't dip your toe in and go away. You got to go hard.
Absolutely.
Tommy gun it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
So I would say that's the biggest one for myself. Is just the social media. I guess my big muff as well. For those who don't know, that's my guitar pedal.
Yeah.
It's not
what you think it is.
But yeah, because I used to just use gain, direct line in,
and it was a famous pedal in I guess in the late '60s, early '70s, and then Sovtek made it out of Russia, the Soviet Union, for a while, because it was just a big chunky bunky piece of ancient technology, but it puts such a unique. So, and a lot of bass players like using them too, right? As a unique. And that just kind of opened up some creative doors for you. It kind of gave you the coat that you wear. That's your sound in so many ways, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And he actually uses a muff as well now.
Yeah. I used to have one of those Russian, Sovtek big green muff. My cousin Will gave it to me one time. I think it was my cousin Will. I don't know. It was a very long time ago. Yeah, you know what? Since then, I had just given it away to somebody else too. Like, I stopped using it, and like my buddy was like, "Hey, I'll take it off you," and I just gave it to him. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But yeah, awesome sound. I do play one now. The Jordan, actually, from Candyface, kind of got me into the micro big muff or whatever the hell.
What other effects do you like to put on top of it, or do you just use that in by itself?
I have to have a suppressor, because this guy is casino, so it screams if I don't have it on. If I didn't mute it, and I just tried to go like this.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that 295. That's why those 335s were invented. Something with a piece of solid wood in it. The hollow body guitars, not made for the environment of rock and roll, because there's ambient frequencies that re-enter through the sound hole and then get re-amplified through the pickups. And
proving that wrong.
but you dance with it, don't you? It becomes a whole process of how you stand and how you hold it, and you have to really dance and make love to that guitar. And to get it's like a bucking.
This is a John Lennon signature, so I'll make love to this guitar.
The naked salmon, how could you not?
The naked salmon. Yeah,
all right.
That's another story.
On that high note, let's do another live one. What you going to do?
We're going to do Sleazy. This is a new track.
What's the story behind Sleazy, right?
We'll not get into that. You can listen to it.
You can listen to it and figure it out for yourself, but you're going to do it right here, right now on barbershoppodcast.com.
if the drapes match the carpet. We're getting messed up, we're getting messed up. And I'm glad I met you, glad I met you. But if your intentions are to break my heart, could you get me home by 9? Woo! Up the floodgates and hold on tight. Tequila flowing and we're high as a kite. Oh, yeah. We're getting messed up, we're getting messed up. And I'm glad I met you, I'm glad I met you. If your intentions are to break my heart, just get me home by 9. Get me home by.
I tell you, that's good rock and roll music. You got to get yourself some. Quarter in the bag. Each song will give you strength to go forward in this cruel and often inhumane world. But I tell you, music is a very healing thing, and I talk about it all the time. It is more than background music. It is the score of your life. Music is very important. It's important that you support it. And if you are someone who used to love music, who doesn't get out to the shows anymore, good news. Shows are starting to happen a little bit earlier and a little more frequently. People who work during the week but still want to go out can often find a show where they could grab a beverage and maybe a bite to eat and catch some music and still get in by 11:30 midnight and have enjoyed themselves. And remember, it costs like $50 to go to a fucking movie these days and have some popcorn and a pop. It ain't like $5 like it used to be, but the deal you get, the fun you have going out to a live show, it is the best. I mean, you guys remember like your early seeing a band, talk about each of you try to think of like one show that kind of moved the bar, that changed it for you, either like the first band that left you gobsmacked or one that said, oh, that's how you do it.
Mine was back in high school days. We went and I think it was the Casualties or some really punk rock band. It was a really greasy show and just spitting beer on the crowd and really hard and fast, and I loved it. And we did end up starting a punk band after that called Burning Rectal Itch. The fantastic name, and we had a good run, and we played some shows and smashed some guitars, and there was some cow hearts and stuff like that.
He's going like this and we had nothing to do.
It was a good time for me, for sure. That's kind of what got me going into music, live music, for sure. Yeah. And I was the singer in that band. It was a funny time for me, for sure. Never look back though. I love it. Still love that shit.
Yeah. How about you?
I'd probably say I saw. It was White Zombie that opened up for the Ramones. It was the Ramones farewell tour. And once I saw them, Rob Zombie or White Zombie, they put on a killer show, and the stage show and everything that they had a huge devil's head that was the size of the whole Cops Coliseum back then. And just seeing that, I was like, I want to be in a band.
It's a big ass show. And again, I point this out too, that I see so many local shows that I'll go a long stretch without seeing a big show. But treat yourself to a big show. I know sometimes it's a fairly big ticket, but it's great to go and see like that staging and that kind of the work that goes into like a big show. Really blow your mind. All right, what about you, Rob?
Yeah, speaking of big shows, yeah, like I saw Roger Waters a couple of years ago do the Wall. Like,
Yeah,
that was
that's
saw
it.
that too.
like it's
Fantastic
beyond like a musical experience.
Yeah.
It's theatrical and
For sure.
and whatnot. And with the technology nowadays, it was unreal. But for me, I don't know. Like I've seen so many great bands, but like I'm trying to narrow it down to like an early childhood memory.
It doesn't even have to be. It can be just something that took it to the next level where you're like, oh, okay.
You know what? When I remember seeing when Metallica and Godsmack came here at when it was Cops Coliseum, and they melted my face off. There's something about the sound there. It was like a punch to the chest, and it woke me up, and it turned me on to heavier music. Not as far as Children of Bodom and whatnot, but I'd say that Metallica Godsmack kind of brought me to that heavier level.
Awesome. All right, and a good mix-up of kind of sounds. I imagine that. Was there any discussion saying, we need to be a little softer, need to be a little, harder on some of these songs, because there is a bit of a dichotomy between.
Yeah, I would say a little bit for sure, because we would have it harder and heavier, and we'd say, somebody would say we need it to be a little more radio friendly if we want people to enjoy it or whatever,
Yeah.
Which is true. So it's kind of, if for some songs it certainly has helped.
Yeah.
We try and kind of keep it mellow and then kick it into like a heavier gear kind of thing at some point.
It doesn't hurt, that's for sure.
I play a lot of acoustics, so some of my ideas just don't
translate.
Yeah.
Don't make it to what used to be vinyl. But now we're going to hear Radio 2. What happened to Radio 1?
It hasn't been written yet.
Yeah, but see, we're going
But we
backwards
have,
like the
Radio
Star
2,
Wars
3,
thing, right?
4, 5, we got it all.
Yeah, we skipped
Jar
one,
Jar Binks
but
is in
we've
this
got
one.
No.
a lot. Yeah, they're all different versions of themselves, and we can kind of pull them out for whatever show matches kind of thing. And
What's the scoop on Radio 2? Anything you want to tell us?
It's our most abstract song, I would say, lyrically. I think we named it Radio 2 because it kind of had a little bit of a Tom York vibe when we first started it. So we didn't want to just call it Radiohead Jam. So I think we said Radio 2 or something like that.
Love it. Love it. Little story behind everything. Every song has a story. Every story has a song in it somewhere. This is Radio 2. This is Quarter in the Bag. This is barbershoppodcast.com.
space and swimming on Mars.
Quarter in the Bag is Radio 2, and it's off of their CD here. And you can get yourself that, get it on the internet. Everything's available on the internet these days. And support your local live musicians and the clubs and venues that provide the venue. You know, it's not as easy to find a place to play anymore, especially if you have a I don't know, a bit more of a raucous sound, something that carries a bit of a oomph. What do you do for live? Do you have a mandate of your minimum number of shows that you want to play and get out every month? Say we need to do at least 2 or 3 a month, or you just kind of play when the fancy strikes you, or someone asks you to join them on a bill, or...
You want to answer that?
We try not to oversaturate it because I find when we played in our last band, sometimes we were playing 2 or 3 shows a month and it was hard to get people out.
Yeah.
Where it's more now, choosing the good opportunities when other bands offer us opening for them, or if we do have a CD release or something like that, we'll host a show. But the majority of the time, it's really when someone else offers us something else that's really good.
Neat. All right, in the spirit of brotherhood and what we all do and helping each other out, name someone that most of the people watching maybe have never heard of, someone, a band that some of your friends are in, or one that you really dig, or that is either still recording or where they can grab a CD or something. Name someone local, someone...
Further Line, Candy Face, Slow Motions, those are at least our good buddies. We've played with those guys lots of times. Listen to the new Slow Motions and Further Line album. They're killer. Candy Face, I think, have something in the works right now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear that.
Quite a bit of buzz about Candy Face. I'm hearing. Any other additions?
I would give a big shout out to my favorite band to play alongside at campfires, the Douchedoms.
Yes.
And they really rock it hard, mostly campfires and really drunkly. But it's a good time. Sing along and, Douchedoms.
The Douchedoms.
No one's judging.
Remember that name.
I cannot forget.
Or Burning Rectal Itch.
Yes, or
We got
that
some good
either.
names,
Yeah,
Yeah,
what?
definitely say Slow Motions again, and Radio Free Universe is another great Hamilton band.
Love those guys. Love both those guys. And you can check out their Barbershop podcast appearances. They've both been on the show. And check them all out, all 229. Go down that rabbit hole. It's well worth it. All right. I want another live tune. What do you got for us?
This song's called Tommy Gun.
Tommy Gun, and it is rapid fire. What do you got? I just want to hear it. Tommy Gun, right here, right now on barbershoppodcast.com.
closed, can we see it? With our eyes closed, can we see it? With our eyes closed, can we distinguish? Here it comes, here it comes, oh, here it comes. Tommy gun, here to shoot us down, ricochet and the bullets spit from out. You and I've been doing our best, yeah. You and I've been doing our best, not to crack under the pressure, not to follow someone else's standards. 'Cause I could see it in my world, my world. I'm just trying to figure it out. Classic dreams filling your head, your head. What a dollar, nine a pound. What a dollar, yeah. So I could see it in my world, my world. Well, I'm just trying to figure it out. Plastic dreams filling your head, your head. What a dollar, nine a pound. Oh.
Quarter in the bag. You gotta love it. I know I do. Real music out of the great city of Hamilton, Ontario. You get out of Hamilton, or you out of the
Hamilton,
Ancaster and the general area? You're part of the 500,000.
Yeah,
Ever since all
for sure.
seven have been stitched together, we are all Hamilton, and it's a good thing. This is a great place to live. And you know what's in Hamilton? Boxo Studio. No, I'm going to plug us. I never plug us. I totally always forget to plug us. I forgot to tell Ryan we're going to plug us. So we'll dig up you'll be able to find us easy enough right here. You're here, Boxo Studio. We do really great recordings, everything from scratch recordings. You want to come in, get something before you forget it, or if you want to build a song up or build a song down, either way, there's many ways to make a record. And we love to do them all. Come talk to us. Videos. Ryan Cannon, amazing videographer, did some great work this week. He is busy, but it is worth it. I tell you, it is a great thing when you are a musician to be able to take your craft and put it on like a beautiful diamond ring or a necklace and have something permanent and forever, a piece of art to display. And that is your very soul, your work, and it is forever. So if you're looking for somebody to quote on your record, come by, listen to what we've done, what we can do. We are about music, and we're about the musical community, and we love and support it, and there's lots of cool things we know, and we'll share it with you right here at Boxo Studio. Check us out. All right, more music. I love it. We're going to hear one more off of the CD, C. And was this an argument over what you were going to name the song, and then you finally said,
Yeah.
basically come down to that?
What was it initially?
Seeing red.
No, that was stupid though. There was something else. There was something else before that. I don't know.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I mentioned C a couple times in the chorus, or sorry, in the pre-chorus, and that's kind of where it came from. And Platsko actually, I think, was the one who came up.
And for the non-songwriters, this is an important thing, because there's been a few cases of people who have named songs that the name of the song was not either contained in the song or especially the chorus. And for people to remember the song and request the song and look for the song, it really needs to have a word or a phrase or the combination of words as the song title that exists in the songs. Hopefully the gist of the song, exactly, the hook. So we're going to get a hook. More hooks at a tackle box. You're going to get that from Quarter in the Bag. See barbershoppodcast.com.
This room like in a Western movie. Put my hands on the trigger, I come out slinging. Counselor is just a spot. I see you sip a lot of cocktails, getting fat. Get out of my way. Step aside. You ain't ruining my day by giving me time. And if you put me in my grave, I still get out alive. You ain't ruining my. I'ma enter this room like I don't give a fuck. No, put myself on the hot seat. You see, I don't crack under pressure. Judge and jury, is that all you got? I see you talk a lot of bullshit and back it up. Get out of my way. Step aside. You ain't ruining my day by giving me time. And if you put me in my grave, I still get out alive. You ain't ruining my
See? It was well worth it. Told you. That is Quarter in the Bag. They are kicking butt and taking names. You got a special someone? You got a special something to say to a special someone?
Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to my older sister, Jennifer. And I hope she's watching right now. I'm sure she is. And I hope she had a wonderful day and she's enjoying this podcast right now.
There you go. And this podcast will be on YouTube. It is going to be on Twitch TV. It stays up for 72 hours at the address and that you've arrived at, the www.twitch.tv/podcastbarber, at podcastbarber also being our Twitter handle. And then in about 7-10 days time, it's on YouTube forever. Well, until YouTube or whatever, the file exists forever. You guys, none of you will be as young and beautiful as you are right now. Fantastic. I'm gonna do finish with a big double shot of Quarter in the Bag. You want to set it up?
Yeah, for sure. This is the first single that we released. It's called Expensive Trades. Inspired by a certain building on what is it, Barton Street? Yeah, Barton and James. So if you know your geography of Hamilton, you might be able to see where the song's inspired. And then we're gonna finish off with a brand new one that's not even on the record, and it's a little teaser for the next one.
Oh, we love teasers, and this is what you get at Barbershop Podcast. You get the stuff no one else gets. You get the best stuff. You get quarter in the bag, and you get it right here, right now on barbershoppodcast.com.
And if you want me to, I wanna come with you. Lost in emotion, how do I feel? You left me with no pride, but a silver deal. Could I get a free ride? She said, honey, you don't wanna pass me by. I wanna come with you. And if you want me to, I wanna come with you. If you want me to, I will follow you. I will follow you. I wanna come with you. Oh, yeah. And if you want me to, I wanna come with you. If you want me to, I will follow you. I will follow you. I wanna come with you. Donald's gonna pack his bags tonight. He's burned so many bridges that don't think he could cross the state line. Cheap booze ranking on his breath, bandana wrapped around his head, and he's wanted east, north and west. He slithers like a down now. Ooh, he slithers like a snake on the ground. Remember the sun above the clouds. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under. Donald's feeling dead inside. Angels tug his wings, but the devil guides him with light. Creepy news on the internet, helter-skelter playing in the people's head. And this motherfucker named Donald, he ain't done yet. Ooh, he slithers like a snake on the ground. Ooh, you better watch your back. Donald will take us down now. He slithers like a snake on the ground. Remember the sun above the clouds. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under. Thank you very much, but we got one more part. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under. You left me right where you belong, which is 6 feet under.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it each and every week, and you can love it each and every week. Join us on Twitch TV each and every Wednesday evening. Next week we've got the young blues phenom Spencer McKenzie, and I want to thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you so much for having us.
These good
Kevin,
times.
Ryan, and Gary.
Of course, and Ryan and Gary.
Awesome job, guys.
Yeah, we all love to do it. We all love to do it, and we're so glad you joined us. Remember, if you liked it, share it. Tell people about it. Say, check this Barbershop Podcast thing out. It is chock full of talent and fun and good times. It's true. See you next week on barbershoppodcast.com.